This one-on-one is brought to you by Brew Pub, lots of matzo pizza. AJ, you are very well spoken, extremely accessible, but doing an interview with you is kind of intimidating. You're better at this stuff than I am. What's the secret?
The secret's just coming on, and I take my notes. I watch my film on you, and so I have a game plan on what to say ahead of time.
Tough times, challenging times. What's the best thing AJ can do for the team right now?
The best thing I can do right now for the team, I think, is stepping up and continuing to be a leader just by action. Making sure that every time I walk into the facility, I got my head up, I'm locked in, attention to detail, and kind of practicing what I preach and trying to get better every day.
AJ, I've always thought that leadership starts with performance, and I thought a great example on your part was in the Raider game. That was leadership by performance. What was going on through your head at that time?
Thinking back to the Raiders game, I think, at halftime, it's kind of one of those situations where we felt like we could move the ball. We felt like, we were doing some things and kind of getting some movement, but we obviously hadn't finished up to that point. The mentality was, let's go out there and let's just play our game. Let's, they can't mess with us when we're all dialed in.
You play what can be a very me position. And yet you guys have made it a we position. How have you done that?
It really comes down to being locked into the goal. We all want to be 1-0 this week. Like that's the goal. And so however we get there, whether I'm only doing pass protection today, or I only have 2 carries, or whatever it is, or Aaron has 1, or whatever the case is, or Emmanuel's the lead guy that day, that's what matters.
Handoff to Dillon, blasting left side, 20, 15, barrel down along the left hash marks. AJ Dillon, busting a big one.
I wasn't like eavesdropping purposely, but I could hear you talking to your teammates after the Denver game. You were talking about keeping things in perspective. Could you talk about that a little bit?
I prefaced it with the biggest thing is sticking together. Those dog days of camp, those hard practices, all that stuff, only we know what we've been through. We're out there. This is what we have. These guys in the locker room, everybody's there for a reason. I trust every single person in there. I said myself included, going back, we're going to watch film on Monday, figure out a couple things where you can get better, and have it better by Wednesday. And then by the time we get to Sunday, you made hopefully 4 better corrections on yourself and your 4 plays better. You're still not going to play 100% on Sunday, but hopefully those 4 plays are the 4 plays collectively that help us win these games, because we're never out of any games. So far, we've always been there, either on the winning side or the losing side, but we've had a chance and opportunity. So if we get 11 guys all doing 4 plays better, we got 44 better plays potentially. That could definitely win a game. And so that was really the message, just keeping it into perspective. Nobody needs to press a panic button. We're all we got, we're all we need, and nobody needs to do anything alone. We all do it together, hold each other accountable, but trust and love and respect for one another, and what we do out there is going to get it done, and it'll come together eventually. And if nothing else, we're going to grow and we're going to get better from it.